Hey, welcome back to another episode of Hot Rod Madness. Today, it's Cruisin' the Coast, HRM style.
Welcome to Hot Rod Madness, where we believe that every car has a story. Whether your car is a ground-pounding, tire-smoking street machine or a trophy-winning classic with blinding chrome and paint, Hot Rod Madness wants to hear your story. Who knows? Maybe your story will inspire future generations to dream, build, and own their own classic rides. Here to bring you those stories is the host of Hot Rod Madness, Tim the Milkman, along with the Hot Rod Madness crew. Let's join Hot Rod Madness as they travel to Mississippi's Gulf Coast to check out America's largest block party. It's the 20th anniversary of Cruisin' the Coast.
Hey, Ken, how are you, man?
Good to see y'all out here, man.
All right, it's good to see you, dude. You're wearing my favorite colors, you and your hot rod, dude.
Yeah, we're all UT orange down here.
Man, all right. That is so cool. Shiny orange.
Very
to be
shiny.
Exact.
Thank you.
Dang, that is awesome, man. What a ride, right?
It's a blast to drive. We've had so much fun going up down the coast with this thing and hanging out.
You have. And you will stand out in traffic tremendously, man.
If we don't burn the paint off the car beside us, that's been the biggest thing, trying to keep away from cars.
Why? Because the headers are sticking
open
way out
zoomies.
There. All right, cool, man. Step a little closer. I'm going to ask you a few questions about the engine, man.
Yeah,
so I'm looking at a Hemi here with a supercharger on it.
Right.
Dude, give us the specs on it, man. What is it?
It's actually a rare engine. It's a 354 Hemi that Chrysler and Dodge made from 53 to 56 before the 392 came out.
All right.
So we went to Hot Heads, bought all the cool stuff, stroked it, put the blower on it. The car itself is a Bebop kit car. We had to extend the frame 12 inches to get the blower because I told my dad, I said, if we're going to put a blower on it, we're not going to put a little skinny blower belt. We're going to put the real deal.
Put the real
deal on it. So, and it's all done by our family. My dad built the engine with some friends. I did all the paint and body work. My brothers did the brakes and all the mechanical stuff. The only thing that we didn't do was the interior, and we had an interior guy in Chattanooga do that. But it's just a good, cool car, and we were fortunate enough for them to pick it to be on the T-shirts this year for Cruisin' the Coast.
Nice,
and it's
man.
just
That is gorgeous.
It's just a cool family car, and my dad passed away 2 weeks after he found out the car was going, so we came down as a tribute to him. And,
yes, sir.
I know he's somewhere smiling at us right now.
Yep. And I noticed you have a photo in the trunk of him about this big. Yeah.
We brought him with us.
Make him proud, man. That's cool. That is
he
awesome.
loved car shows, and he would have been all over this. So
that is awesome, man.
But we want to thank you, man, for coming out and hanging out with us. This has been a blast. This is our first time down here in southern Mississippi. It's been really cool.
Well, it's our first time down here as well, man. So, it's been a blast so far.
Oh, it's been a fun.
There's so much content here for the Milkman. I'm overwhelmed, you know.
Oh yeah, we were on a schedule to be different places at different times, but there's car shows within car shows. So it's just
like running around in a candy shop down
here.
It is. Look at
this.
Look at that. You know, it's awesome, dude. I'm looking at some highly polished parts on your motor here, dude, and that's the most outstanding part of the hot rod, shotgun bill scoop. You got to paint them flappers orange, man. That looks great.
Oh yeah.
Detail is beautiful on this thing.
We want to keep it simple, but keep it tight. You know, my dad's thing was, he said, you can never have the most expensive car, but there's nobody that says you can have the cleanest.
Yeah.
So that was our motto through kids. And we're big. We do these Mopar muscle car stuff, but my dad said this got him into rodding as a kid. A guy had a 32 running around the neighborhood. So what better thing to put a blown Hemi in than a 32 Ford?
That is fantastic, man. Let's take a peek at the interior before I go. Looks like leather in here, man.
Yeah, we put the cowhide to it. So, and the funny thing too is, I'll show you one little trick. We put the Mopar M on it, just you know.
Oh, okay.
That's the Meredith crest.
Nicely done, right there in the bottom of the door panel. Cool. Love the polished steering column.
Yeah,
you got the polished low car shifter in it. The gauges, nice choice, man.
Oh yeah,
beautiful.
We really worked hard to make everything coordinate and not do a lot of colors. Just keep it simple. It's either chrome, tan, or orange, and it's got the 727 automatic Chrysler transmission. So It's just it's a blast to drive.
Yep, that is a boulevard cruiser, man.
Yeah, we brought 50 gallons of fuel. We're down to 10. So.
Oh, okay. You got to run some high quality gas in it, or
it doesn't run pump gas. It's running that 112 octane racing fuel. So
you can tell it when it goes by too. You can smell it. It's always a distinctive.
They made that in Cologne. I think it was sale.
Hey, if I could come up with the Hot Rod Madness official scent, that's what it would be.
We'll be back soon with more from Cruisin' the Coast after a word from our sponsors.
My name is Richard Wernick. I'm the sales manager of Streetside Classics in Atlanta. We are the nation's top consignment dealer in the nation, with locations here in Atlanta, Nashville, Tennessee, Dallas, Texas, Tampa, Florida, and Phoenix, Arizona. We sell about 1,400 cars a year, and at Streetside Classics, you always consign for free. Come on down and sell your car. StreetsideClassics.com. www.streetsideclassics.com.
Danger. Are you ready? Crabhoo Productions and Gulfport Dragway host Hazardous Waste 2017, Friday, September 29th and Saturday, September 30th. Hazardous Waste features rat rides, lead sleds, customs, and hot rods. Guaranteed something for the entire family. Camping is available on site at Gulfport Dragway, 1 mile south of I-10 at exit 31 in Gulfport, Mississippi.
Joe, how are you, man?
All right, Joe Chapman.
Okay, Joe. Welcome to Cruisin' the Coast with your rig.
Yes, sir.
What a rig you have, dude.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Man, where's a feller find something like this at, dude?
We found it in Dothan, Alabama. It had been sitting in the woods for 50 years. Crystal Ride Incorporated is out of California. It's a carnival truck.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It broke down in Dothan in 1960. They sold it to the junkyard there. 50 years later, we ended up with it.
Wow. Okay, so it might have broke down and they had to leave it.
Yes, sir.
And Joe comes along 50 years later and grabs it up.
Yes, sir.
That's pretty cool, though, man. If I had your gumption, I'd do it too, buddy.
The old man, Ed, we get over there, he says, don't dare buy that piece of junk.
Don't dare buy it.
I said, we buying that. That's cool stuff.
Hey, man, you got a mid-engine going on here. What you got under there?
That is a 5.9 Cummins with the Allison 4-speed.
Okay.
The chassis is a 52 Seagrave fire truck, flipped over, which means underslung chassis type deal.
Yeah.
So anyway,
wow.
Military tires, homemade bed, car hauler. Land speed car, small baby Hemi, Halibrand, axles, quick change.
Man, that's awesome.
Cool
What a
stuff.
rig.
Cool
Man,
stuff.
I can tell there's a lot of thought went into just the frame on this baby to house that diesel engine under there. That is so cool.
Well, thank you. We did lots and lots of work. Ed and I built that in 6 months.
Yeah, 6 months, huh?
Yes, sir.
Ed, what a job, pal.
Thank you much. Thank you much. We worked our butts off.
Hey, Bill, how are you, man?
I'm doing fine, sir. How are you?
Oh, man, I'm wonderful. God, I get to see stuff like this.
Boy, I'm telling you, isn't it something?
Look, the Milkman has an eye for the hot rods. And when I walked up on this, man, I'm looking at some highly polished brass on that beautiful red.
Absolutely. That's
Wow.
vinyl red paint.
Man, that's amazing.
Sparkles in the sun, doesn't it?
I can tell from over there, this is one heck of a build. And you did it yourself.
Yes, sir. This was the third build in 40 years.
Yeah?
And
Okay.
we've had this build done for about 3 years.
Wow.
And we drive the car. We got a trailer options we pull with it. And we usually have about a 300-mile rule.
Okay.
And it's a whole lot of fun to enjoy and drive.
Yeah, what year is that?
It's a 1915 Ford.
Okay.
It was the very first year Ford made a closed car in 15. It was the last of what you call the brass era.
Yeah.
And it's called a center door. And the center door was a nickname that was given to the car early in its years, and they made the center door till 22.
Yep, okay.
And after that came 23 with the T's that everybody knows them as.
Yes, sir.
And it was an all steel body. Around all the windows, you will see all the wood that's actually, I love wood so much because I'm in the business of Wabbit's dashes that makes dashes for hot rods.
Okay, that's cool.
And but I decided to paint them.
Okay. Yeah, I'm noticing the position of the engine. You probably had to cut the firewall back a little bit to get that in there. That's
Absolutely. It had to go back about 8 inches, and that's
Yeah.
a 2.8 Chevrolet V6.
Yeah, that's a V6, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It's automatic, cruise control, power steering.
Okay, those engines usually come in like a S10 or
That's
Blazer
correct.
or something
It
like
came
that?
in an 85 S10 engine originally,
Yeah.
out of a pickup.
Okay.
All stock.
Yes, sir. And you can still find the polished valve covers for the V6?
No, this actually, no, on this one here, if you look close with all your camera, you'll see all this is all custom machine billet parts, because the S10 was basically not a really pretty engine at that time. So everything is all custom billet. Everything underneath the suspension is all custom billet. The back end of the third member is a Jaguar partial suspension.
Yes, sir.
And would you like to look at that for a minute?
Oh, we'll get to it.
All right.
I ain't done with the engine yet.
All
man.
right. Ask away.
The cover on top of the engine,
Custom made.
There's got to be an air cleaner under there.
That's
and so
twin air cleaners, actually,
Okay.
both sides.
Gotcha. So that's something you handcrafted
Absolutely.
in your garage, right?
Absolutely.
Wow. So you're good with the English wheel to try to mold and sheet metal work. God,
Absolutely.
That's amazing.
I'm one of the diehard breeds of, I do everything myself,
Yeah.
old school.
Okay.
This whole car has been custom built and crafted by myself,
Yes,
with the
sir.
exception of seats. I can't sew.
Not good with a sewing
Not a good
machine.
sewing machine.
However,
But
somebody is.
Somebody is a good friend of mine.
Yeah, because I got a peek at the interior earlier.
Yeah.
Golly, man, that is awesome. That's beautiful in there, man.
Thank you.
Somebody has a really good eye for design.
And that's what I do.
Yeah.
I mean, for many years, I
Yeah.
manufactured dashes for hot rods and antique cars, and retired.
Yes, sir.
And when I built this, I wanted something extremely unique,
Yeah.
one of a kind, catches the eye, extremely comfortable inside.
Yep. Has to be one of. I've never seen anything like it. Can we open a door, maybe?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, we're gonna get the camera past the door when you open it. So come on over here, Dollar Bill, get a peek at that. I'm gonna try to. There you go. Wow, look at this. This dude has a wonderful eye for design, man. You've been doing this for quite a while.
Yes, I have. Almost 38 years. That is Carpathian elm burl that's inside. Comes from the country of Bolivia, the rainforest. All of it has a 60-coat epoxy finish. Those are Dakota digital gauges that's in it. Has a vintage air conditioning system.
Yes, sir.
I did it, steering column. Has a 400-watt sound booster system in it, so it does thump very nice going down the ride.
And you know, as small as these cars are, it's got plenty of leg room. You can kick back in that and just cruise comfortably, right?
I'm 6'4". It actually originally was a four-seater, and the driver sat on the gas tank in 16.
Wow.
And that was not one of Ford's better ideas, was it?
Yeah, that's a sore
Very,
subject
very
there,
comfortable
buddy.
when you go down, as tall as I am, I can stretch both legs out and enjoy it.
Yes, sir. We got the contacts when you shut the door that it operates all the.
Correct.
Oh man, that's nice.
Correct.
Very nicely done, sir. Excellent. All right. Close the door, man.
You bet, sir.
You know why I asked? Oh, look at that. Nice and tight.
There you go. That's where
had
it's
to, had to
supposed
see
be,
that. Yeah.
Operated by remotes if you need be.
Okay. Now, sporting underneath the back of this thing is Jaguar stuff.
Basically, yeah, what you start out with is the pumpkin and the lower swing arms are XJ6,
Yes, sir.
the Jag. Everything else you see is custom made and custom machined.
Okay.
Even down, if you look at all the caps that go underneath, all the nuts
Yes,
that is
sir.
underneath this whole car are special machined billet nuts.
Wow.
Caps out of aluminum that's been chrome plated and polished, so everything is nice and smooth.
All right. That's gorgeous, man.
Axles are all custom made. If you notice the carriers out on the corner, they're completely custom made and machined too.
Nice.
So everything is live moving as you're going down the road, the axles.
All right. You had a hand in designing this as well, right?
Well, I did the whole design, that's correct.
Wow. You got a machine shop somewhere.
I
man.
do have, see that's all right. I do have some of that too.
And a way to polish it up very highly too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When we were younger people, though, it was a whole lot more fun when you were 30 and 40 polishing than when you get to be
Yeah,
70.
you're right.
Or 67.
No doubt about it.
That's
man.
right.
My hot rod back home, it don't have that many polish parts on it.
Here's another unique feature of the fixture. Most people will never notice. These are 3/4 size cowl lights.
Okay.
Originally, Ford's cowl lights were bigger. There was a company named Wellbaum. Darrell Wellbaum was a famous sheet metal guy and brass maker of radiators and cowl lights.
Okay.
And I commissioned him back 30 years ago that I didn't want a full-size cowl light. I wanted a 3/4 scale because it was more proportional to the car.
Okay.
So these 4 cowl lights you see are 3/4 scale. The handles that's on the side of the car, original stirrup. That's
Okay.
what they call them, door handles,
All
back
right.
of the 15-16 era. Obviously, you can see it has a trailer hitch. That receiver slides out completely blind, and there's a chrome cap that caps over, and it's kind of fun with people when I'm out at rod runs. If I got my chrome cap on it,
Yes, sir.
I ask them, where's the receiver at, you know?
Okay. Nice, man. the detail is absolutely fantastic.
Thank
there.
you. And the underside of the car is painted just as pretty as the top.
Yeah.
Extremely dependable. You could get on here like I usually a
Wow.
300-mile rule of driving.
Oh man, that's just phenomenal, man.
Fenders are 09 original steel fenders that have been split. Rear fenders have been narrowed 3.5 inches. Front fenders have been narrowed not narrow, but widened 3.5 and 2.5 in the front to keep it under the tires.
They're actually wider than they
That's
used
correct.
to be. Okay.
And that allows us to drop the car down low on the ground because a T is a tall T and it doesn't sit very well on the asphalt.
Okay. I know you had it a long time. However, it being a metal body, just think if that thing could talk. God.
Yeah, think of the bad words it tell me. It got a lot of history in it. You know, when you look at it too, most people don't realize that you have steel, you have aluminum, and then around the sides is wood, and none of it likes each other. Wow. So it always has a problem of expansion and contraction you have to deal with.
You know, like
it's a maintenance issue.
Yeah, like the old Chevys are put together. That's
Absolutely,
that's
all the wood structure.
A wood body with sheet metal attached to it. You know,
when it rots, it falls into itself.
That thing falls apart after, you know.
That's why so many guys now have gotten smarter over the years and progressed to steel into the cars of replacing with the wood.
Yes, sir.
Because steel, as the old saying, it's an old corny saying, but steel is real.
Steel is real. All right.
Steel is real.
Wow, Bill, thanks for showing your ride on Hot Rod Madness. Always love to see detailed vehicles like this and the history behind them. That's just wonderful, man. He's just another fine example of what you can see out here at Cruisin' the Coast.
We'll be back soon with more from Cruisin' the Coast after a word from our sponsors. You finally have that truck of your dreams. You wanted a wood bed floor, but after time it looks like this. For about the same money, but less effort, you can have an aluminum bed floor system from SmokyRoadRodShop.com. Almost unlimited designs to choose from, and it lasts the lifetime of your truck. Get the whole story at www.SmokyRoadRodShop.com. That's SmokyRoadRodShop.com.
How you doing, bud?
How you doing, man? How you doing?
All right, man. We're doing great on the streets here of Bay St. Louis, checking out some killer hot rods. Bud here's got one, man. What year is that one?
That's a 32.
A 32 pickup truck. You're sporting the flat black satin with the red and black interior. Dude, that thing looks cool.
I appreciate it, man. Appreciate
That's awesome.
it.
I love it, man. Little short nubby truck, man. That is so cool to ride around in, right?
Oh yeah, yes sir, yes sir.
Are you a local around here?
No, we're from Baton Rouge.
Okay.
Outer skirts of Baton Rouge.
All right, sir.
Actually, a little town, Bruley.
Yeah. All right. Well, you drove a little ways in the hot rod to get here, right?
About 130 miles.
Not bad. Not bad. A cruise with a little roadster pickup.
Yeah, and I drove it too.
Yeah. Okay. He drove it. Man, I love the red rims and the white walls. It looks great with the color scheme.
Yeah, I think it does too.
Yeah. Beautiful, man.
But
that's awesome. So, what inspired you to build something like this, dude?
Actually, my father-in-law. This is it's about the 7th hot rod he built. And he built it. He retired from Exxon, and he built it. He was going to drive it every day as a retirement car.
Okay.
And that's when I show you the motor, you're going to understand what happened. But he died of cancer, and he left it to me.
Oh, there you go, man.
He got to drive it about 6 months, and I'm just trying to. He's a legend in my eyes, you know, 7th one he built.
Yeah, you can't sell it now. You can't never sell that.
No, I got a 16-year-old son, and
you're stuck with it until you give it to your son.
He'll eventually get it.
That's cool. I mean, you know, golly, that's like a family heirloom there.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Very nice, man. Man, how long has it been built?
It's been built. He's been dead 4 years. It's probably been 5 years. It's been built.
5 years.
He probably enjoyed it 6 months. And then,
any particular place you came up with the body and all?
Well, we bought it. Actually bought it off eBay.
Okay.
But it actually was a full truck. It was yellow primer. It had I don't even know what size motor it had on it.
Yeah.
But he bought it for the frame and the body, and then we actually took it all the way apart.
Yes, sir.
And he made it a driver. He put V6, a 2001 Vortec fuel injected.
Okay, so it's sporting a V6. Let's check it out. Usually we see V8s and all that stuff. Now we're getting creative.
Like I say, this is
all right.
That's a driver. Fuel injected. I even got a check engine light.
Yeah, you probably get some pretty good gas mileage.
35 miles a gallon.
Yeah, there you go, man. You can't beat that.
35 miles a gallon.
That's a simple, dependable cruiser, buddy.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Now, what year would the engine be, maybe?
01. 01.
Okay.
We bought a wrecked 01 Chevrolet truck.
Yeah.
We took the computer, the transmission, the engine.
Yep.
Took everything we could out and threw it in here.
Nice donor ride.
Nice donor ride.
Cool. And I guess it's got like a 32 frame under it, or what?
That's the aftermarket. Yeah, it's the aftermarket frame though.
Okay.
The body's original.
Yeah.
Cab's original. The bed's aftermarket.
All right.
But no, it's not a factory frame, but it's built for a 32.
Hey man, it holds the truck together. You're good.
Yeah, come. Yeah,
it's a lot of fun, man. That's what
real quick.
Sure, let's check it out. Yeah, let's see the inside of this thing, man. The cabs are so tiny; they're always interesting to look at.
I forgot where it comes from.
Yeah.
I'm getting there. Look at my visor. That's
yeah.
That's my fall-in-law and all the pins he had.
How about that? All right,
yeah.
dude. Nice, man. All the memories, right? Dude, that's cool.
I appreciate it.
I like the interior overall. The red and black looks great in it.
It looks real good. The color scheme is real good. The white walls make the truck.
Man, I want one.
It pops.
Yeah, I want one.
You can't have this one.
All right. Dennis Gage, how are you, sir?
Doing fine. How are you doing, man?
All right, man. Cruising the coast with Dennis Gage. It gets no better than that.
That'd be me, yes.
Hey, man, you know, guess who's my biggest hero?
Who would that be?
Well, that's you.
Oh, well, hey, I like that.
Yeah, one of the big inspirations for Hot Rod Madness was my classic car.
Well, we've been around a long time.
Yeah, you have, man. I could swear back in the 80s, I'm watching you when I got married to my wife. However, you started in
95, actually, 95,
okay.
yeah.
95.
Yeah. Well, you know, I mean, it was really one of the very first shows. There weren't shows like this before there was cable.
No,
you know, and then when cable came out, you know, we had 3 networks to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
4 when you got Fox in there, but it took cable to come out, and then all of a sudden there were all these channels and there wasn't programming. And that's how a lot of the shows started. It was just a need for programming back then.
All right, man. The history is going to be quite interesting here. I got a good question for you. What did you do before you started Classic Car?
I have a PhD in chemistry.
Okay.
And I did 15 years of corporate R&D.
All right.
Played pedal steel in a band and opened for Charlie Daniels and Waylon Jennings.
Okay.
And Dr. Hook and stuff like that. And did all sorts of kind of weird things.
Yeah.
And then fell into TV.
Well, in order for what you do, you have to have imagination and creativity. And I guess you got all that wrapped up in one, man, because when you created my classic car, it took off like crazy, man. Us car guys,
yeah, it did.
Just kinda,
it did. It was kind of weird. No, it did. I didn't expect it to. I mean, this is a 21st season,
yeah.
Which I always said is about 20 and a half more than I thought we'd do when we started. I always thought I'd tell my grandkids, you know, I did a television pilot once.
Yeah.
And they go, Grandpa, please not the television pilot story again.
Right.
But it took off, and it's just, I think it works just because I genuinely like cars, you know, and I like people, and I'm curious.
Yep.
So I like learning, and I learn from everybody I talk to.
Okay. You got to be somewhat of a hyper guy to get around like you have been all these years. You're still going strong, man.
Yeah, hard
and
to believe.
What really topped it all is you were inducted to the Hall of Fame at SEMA.
Yeah.
That was awesome, man.
Well, it blew me away. I mean, I was like, what were they thinking?
So you didn't expect it, huh?
No, I was totally blown away. I don't.
Okay.
They didn't talk. They didn't ask me. I think they're crazy, but they didn't ask me.
Okay.
And it's a huge honor. I can't believe it. I mean,
sure. I mean, how are you going to top that?
I don't see how I will. I mean, it was awesome. It's truly an honor. But the show's had a big influence on the hobby.
Yes, it has.
It's had a big influence on the aftermarket. Because it brought the car hobby to a broader audience. It brought it to a general population audience, which, you know, back in the 80s, if you're into the car hobby, you knew about it. If you weren't, you didn't.
Right.
And you know, what TV really did was bring it into the homes of Americans everywhere, North Americans, because we're all over Canada too. And you know, people that weren't into cars went, it looks pretty cool. You know, there's a car show in town this weekend.
Sure.
I think I'll go check it out.
Yep.
And it turned into it's a great family hobby. And I think that and as the car hobby grows, the aftermarket grows.
Oh yeah.
You know, so the aftermarket is now $39 billion a year market. $39 billion of stuff that nobody really needs.
Yeah.
Is this a great country or what?
That?
This is a great country.
Is that amazing or what?
No, it is. And so the hobby's strong because the aftermarket is strong, and the aftermarket is strong because the hobby's strong.
Yes, sir.
Because you couldn't do these restorations 20 years ago.
Oh, yeah. Man, so how about your own personal collection, man? What does that consist of? I know you got some rides back home.
I think I have 9 cars and eight motorcycles, I think.
Okay.
You know, but it's all just stuff. I mean, I don't have any museum pieces. I ride and drive everything. It's stuff that I think it's cool. It's pretty, pretty diverse.
Well, sure.
Except on the motorcycle side, I'm pretty much a BMW and Moto Guzzi guy.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's awesome. Now back home in Indiana, that's where you're from.
Yeah.
You got like a whole farm that you live on. You got a widespread place up there.
I have a few acres.
Yeah,
I live out kind of in the country, and it's nice. I mean, I grew up in the country, and that's where I still feel the most comfortable.
Man.
Everybody just assumes I'm in LA, but I'm not.
I'd have guessed you felt more comfortable at a car show. You do so many, man. You've
I
been
do
everywhere.
a lot. I have been everywhere.
How many countries have you put My Classic Car on?
We've shot all 50 states.
Yeah.
Puerto Rico, 7 European countries.
Nice, man.
8 Canadian provinces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If your show will take you that far, you got it made, sir. That is awesome.
Well, it beats working for a living.
Yeah, it beats working for a living.
We hope that you enjoyed this episode of Hot Rod Madness. We invite you to get the madness by checking out our Hot Rod Madness website at timthemilkman.com or email us with questions or ideas at randomrides53@gmail.com. From all the crew, thanks for watching Hot Rod Madness.